Morning, writers. So today we are going to take that seed idea, one of those seed ideas from last week, and you're just going to get the story out. This is called a quick write, and you're just going to start writing. Write the story, write every single thing you remember, write for 20 minutes straight. And all you want to do is get that story out. And then I'd like you to go into Google Classroom, and I want you to pull up the Pear Deck slide. And we're just going to do one revision lesson today. And so you'll have your notebook out or your digital notebook out. You'll take notes on details, what they mean, sufficient, relevant, and significant. And then after that, you're going to have a little bit of practice. When you do your practice, can you please make sure that where it says answer here, what I'd like you to do is put your name and your hour. That will help me give you credit. Thanks. And then you're going to go back to your piece that you just wrote and look at it for each of those things. Did I add enough details? Are my details relevant? Is there something I should cut? And are they specific? Is there anywhere where I could tell something a little bit in more detail? Okay, that is it, writers. Have a great day. Oh, and on Wednesday, that is going to be your day to work on your independent writing project. So you have all of Wednesday to work on your independent writing project, nothing else, and that will give you a little bit of time. Okay, thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye. I want you to go pull up your writer's notebook, your digital writer's notebook. For those of you who are keeping a hard copy notebook, go ahead and write at the top of the next page, how do writers add details that are relevant, specific, and sufficient? And then you are going to go ahead and pull up that Pear Deck. And I want you to write this. The power of a narrative is in the details. Great narrative papers have details that are specific. What you felt, what you saw, what you heard, those very specific details. So if we think of the sample, that would be like the pepperoni pizza. That's a very specific example. Also, are they relevant? Get rid of all the boring things. Is this important to the story? And so as you look at your quick draft, I want you to really think, okay, what about what I wrote doesn't really matter? And then sufficient. Did you tell enough? Does your story have a so what? And is there enough details that you have the whole story? I love this little quote to the right. The truth of your experience can only come through in your own voice. If it is wrapped up in someone else's voice, we readers feel suspicious, as if you're dressed up in someone else's clothes. And I love that. You want your story to sound like you, not someone else. Okay, so I want you to write this in your notebook, this entire slide. You don't have to write the quote unless you want to. And then we're going to do a little bit of practice. Okay, so to the right, you're going to see a student example of writing. And it says, one day I was riding my bike. A guy came up to me. He chased me into a dark alley. I rode it fast and he stopped to rest. I went home and called the police. They caught the guy. So what I want you to do is just have fun with this. Make up details. So one day it was storming out, whatever details you can add to this story to make it more interesting. You're going to do that in the Pear Deck. Now, if for some reason the Pear Deck is glitchy, just go ahead and do it in your notebook. And then the last thing you want to do is go back to your own draft. And you have to go through this checklist. Did I add details that only I know? Because I own the details. Is it relevant? Did I get rid of the details that didn't power up my writing? And is it sufficient? I haven't left any major things out. I've told the whole story. And so that is it, writers. And then if you have time, you could work on your independent writing project or that project on Wednesday. That is going to be your time to work on it. Okay, thanks so much. Bye-bye.